Letdowns, ever so nicely starting on that other side of the map. What we were bringing up earlier, Paris Letdowns, they want that side of the map, and they got it. So, Kyle, probably happy to be on this good side now. I would be, because he's going to this low area, and London Royales are going too deep to try to get him in city with the first blood. But, London looking to make a play.
Yeah, and a look at how Paris are set off the rip. They've watched the flank. They have the pressure on the hill. And these guys are going to have a nice break off. I do think we have 3 subs on the map at this point. I guess we'll start to see. Nope. Looks like it's a regular 2-2 split. Merrick's is going to try to hold on to these spawns. Not a lot of pressure there just from Casper, but he's going to be able to win that gunfight. And that should break a little bit on over, but they're still going to spawn in the back for a moment. I think that we'll see the rest of the Paris players spawn out. Casper's doing an amazing job cleaning up the back. And I think that's going to be a flip towards the run for London.
Yeah, Casper basically single-handedly breaking the back there for London Royales, making a big play on that bad side to get his team those spawns. Now Paris Letdown back on their back heels, only going to be having about 30 points in pocket by the time this next hill pops. Not a good P1 if you're Paris Letdowns.
Yeah, and Paris, they've kind of traded those spawns for about 30 seconds, but we've talked about how easy it is to string along these hills. And I think that's exactly what London is looking to do, starting with this P2, and they've already got the kills to match with the 2-3 from Paris. They're going to drop T-Zippy, holding down the spawns, picking up pieces. And that's really just going to cause Paris to be so staggered. Look at their map positioning. They're all spread out, all cut apart, but Big Mac, he's going to try to go through the back, going to get taken down. This kind of allows Paris to form a push towards the front. Spice's trophy, that's going to be friendly fire. But nonetheless, London looked really set up and really prepared for this hill.
Yeah, Paris not really ready for a full team push there. Kind of solo channeling one by one. Biggs Mac trying to stop it, but as Alex picks him up, kind of just a staggered push by Paris Letdowns. They needed that time. They wanted a break. Hopefully on this P3 they can get some time, but as of now, not looking good for them. London Royales looking to take up this time on the map to, just get some spawns, get some pressure. And player 6 doing so, it's Tripsy at the bottom side. And he gets another kill onto Merrick's in the back. Kyle, the last one in hill now, and London Royales are surging toward him.
Yeah, and that's kind of the momentum shift that we talked about. They had that P2 spawn side. They've maneuvered themselves forward. And this was almost a secure rotation for Paris until those initial kills started coming through. And that's allowed London to not necessarily get time, but this is for sure time that they've taken away from Paris. And when you're in the lead by about 40 points, even at the start of a match like this, that is really good. And talk about T-Zippy on an 11 kill streak.
Whoa.
Started off 1-2. He's now 12-2. Silently going off. He's got full streaks, helping his team out. Is going to get taken down. That caster curse coming in full swing. Paris going to be able to grab the scrap time here, and this was a relatively empty P3, which is almost to be expected between these two teams.
Yeah, the fight for this P4 though is real. Incity and Casper near this P4 site. Around this turtle, Incity's looking all over the place for him. Ends up finding him. That's big for the spawns in the grand scheme of things. Kyle gets a kill in the back, too. No London Royale players near that hill. Player 7, though, looking to mix things up. Can Kyle and crew hold this backside of the map? Because all of London Royale are up off spawn. Kyle looking to get a cheeky angle in the back, but he's got teammates to help him out. Alex gets taken down. London Royale on a staggered push. Casper trying to slide in through that coop area. They get a couple kills and are pushing Paris with such force. They get the pinch on the hill, they take them out, and they get the points. They're back on that hill, but Paris Letdowns, they made it close. Only 10 points now in between these two teams.
Yeah, definitely, but there's still 25 seconds. London gonna probably look to hold onto these spawns before, or going to look to hold onto this point for a little bit longer before they try to make a push through this dark area. They're taking down the players, and as you can see, they've finally done that. T-Zippy has made his way through the back, holding onto these spawns. Going to take down Kyle. That Spice is on the new hill. And such a great play from London there in order to get the old time, push through, and win these gunfights that they really shouldn't be winning. Spice is Alex doing such a great job of patrolling this new point. And I think London are poised to, take a solid lead here.
Yeah, London Royales is doing a really good job of right now of really spreading across the map. We see player 8 right now all the way pushed up into that top TV area, just trying to pick up kills. Merrick doesn't really know what to do. He's making these players so uncomfortable, and you can really see it. Casper just sliding all over the place, getting these kills. Paris Letdown's forced to go toward that turtle side. Casper's just getting all these kills around the map, and London Royale can just turn around, pick up those kills on the flank, and really just get back in that hill and get all those points. Casper making the big plays on the map for London.
Yeah, and right now London, they just look unstoppable. They have the map control, they have the presence, they know which angles to look at. The spawns are in their favor. They're winning the gunfights that they need to. And they can honestly confidently give up this last 10 seconds as long as they push towards that back P2 spawn. As you can see, T-Zippy, that AR player, going to go ahead and do that. He's found his way, maneuvered through the flank. Everybody on the side of London is doing their job. They force Paris out towards the old spawns, and they're looking to push through, kill Merrick's and Kyle, and get these P2 ready on lock.
Yeah, this battle for back spawns right now is so important. We got player 3 and player 5 in the back, and player 8 spawns up on the London Royale side in that back temple side. Paris got a good push on the map, though, may have the opportunity to, you know, try to get to the back of these spawns if they get a couple kills. And as I say that, player 8 spawning on the other side of the map for London. That's big for them. They have the opportunity to push through right now, and it looks like they know. T-Zippy trying to get some kills in the back, but Merrick's with a big kill. And Paris Letdowns flip the spawns again. Only 60 points in between these teams, so Paris Letdowns need a big P2, especially if London's going to get a lot of this P1 time.
Yeah, I think really the difference that we're seeing between these two teams is not necessarily rotations. Paris have done a decent job of keeping up on the rotation between points. You know, they've lost spawns a couple of times, but overall their presence on the hill is generally there by the time the hill pops. However, the sub pressure from London is just overwhelming right now. Spices, Alex, Casper, all three of these guys have used the sub at some point in this game to really make the most out of that pressure, and they're doing such a great job of just sliding in and finding two pieces like this, going for the third. Alex is going to get shut down, but Spices, T-Zippy, both of them have at least one streak on lock, and they're going to be able to use that at any point during this matchup in London. They're just looking great, solid throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between these two teams right now is just the pace. I think we see a lot of times Paris is, you know, getting to these situations and they're playing a little slow. But London is really, you know, putting, you know, those subs in the right positions. You know, they're really just sliding through those cuts when they least expect it. They're putting a lot of pressure on these Paris Letdowns players. And it's just really, you know, they just can't handle it right now. Though with a big two-piece, as I say that. But London, you know, they're still getting the time. And while Paris still has this P3 right now locked down, they're down by 100 points, Zentrix.
I'm not necessarily going to count them out, though. If there's a map that I think this comeback could be done on, it's definitely APOC. Just the interchanging hills, making it such an easy way for momentum to kind of fly through these players, connect those hills together, string some points, and realistically, they're only down about a hill and a half right now. So, especially with how connected these points can be, I'm not going to count Paris out just yet. But Spices making his name known. He finds 3 before he's going to get shut down by Merrick. He's going to hop right back on the point, who answers with 2 of his own. So scrappy nonetheless, but I think that this hill, majority of the time, probably going to get in the way of Paris, and it's exactly what they would need at this moment.
I'd like to take a minute to point out how good Spices is playing right now. He's sitting at 28 and 12 right now, and the game still has a long time to, you know, play out. He could get a 40 bomb in this game with a sub, and, you know, on APOC, that's just so huge. It's definitely most of the reason why London Royale is winning by so much right now. It's the point of Spices, you know, pushing with that SMG, playing so fast, and just getting all those kills on the map. We see London right now. As I say that, they're playing fast. We see player 6. It's Zippy in the back. He's already behind these Paris Letdowns players, and we got a huge pinch, and Spices picks up 3 with the cruise missile. That's 4 down for Paris Letdowns. They're spawning up on the other side, and just they break the spawns just like that. London Royale and crew just on another level right now.
Yeah, and Paris, they were set up really, really well for this P4, but then that streak just breaks them open, and that's almost, it's kind of a shame, really, because they were looking really poised to make this comeback with that streak. That early game momentum has shifted towards the way of London, but Paris aren't giving up just yet. They find a clean 4 down, the spawn is up for London, so they're going to have to make another break here, but the push is starting to come in now. Big Mac, he's going to get taken down, but Kyle, Isides, they're still there trying to find these kills. Kyle manages to find one, Isides finds another. Merrick gets traded out by Alex. Kyle gets taken down by T-Zippy, and London have done just enough to hold on to these spawns, force Paris to kind of waste more time with another push, and London, they only need 25 points, so the push has to be in right now from Paris.
Spices has these streaks too. He's already in the back. T-Zippy picking up kills while he's dropping it. I mean, Paris Letdowns in a horrible situation right now. Only 13 seconds left for them to contest this hill, and London Royale win it. Paris, they're coming from the back though. London Royale doesn't know where they are yet. In City trying to pick up some kills, and they get all the kills. That's all 4 down, and that's going to be the win for London Royales. Big win for them on that map 1. It was looking shaky at times, but winning by 100 is huge, and a big game out of Spices to get those streaks to lock down that game for them.
Yeah, that was definitely something that it looked a little bit closer towards the end there, honestly, before London made a couple of those big breaks. I genuinely think that if there's that huge three-piece this Miami S&D, but talk about it, we're already here, and Paris going to be starting off with an offensive push looking like it's going to go towards A.
Yeah, I mean, we got all 4 of those players taking a 90-degree turn to the right, pushing through that pool side. Paris, not making it shy. They're going toward that A site. Player 8, though, the only one able to stop it. It looks like he's pushing toward that boat side right now. And is he going to get seen? He does not. Big Max on his right, though. Casper picks up 1, though, gets taken down instantly. He gets the 1, though, not able to play his life. But London, they know the full Paris Letdowns team is on that A site, and as I say that, Paris still worried about this London team, and they're just taking their time to get to them on the map.
Yeah, and we really kind of see what the timing of that does to these players as Alex almost finds a cheeky little angle but gets shut down. I think if Paris just committed a little bit sooner, they might have had that, but this kind of stalemate sort of playstyle slowing down there has caused them to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Spices, the rest of London being able to pick that team apart. And that's one of those plays where you just have to either commit or you got to wrap all the way back around. But now Issy 1v2 with 25 seconds on the clock. Bomb is down. I think this round's going to be almost impossible for him to win at this point.
Yeah, Bomb's still down. In a 1v2 right here, Incity gets killed from behind, and London Royale really, they took the round by the neck and they said, we want it. Casper, the lone player on that A site on that boat, they did the hard part. They killed him. They traded him out. So, if I'm Paris Letdowns, I'm going to plant that bomb. A lot of times on that A site, you don't get multiple people. And even if there is another guy on that A site, it's probably just him. It's a 1v3 over there. So I got to push that if I'm Paris Letdowns. But, they take too long of a time in London Royale. They just, scatter around the map and, take it themselves. So Paris Letdowns need to bounce back on that defense. Offense loss isn't a horrible thing. London Royale going toward that B site. So Paris Letdowns, they need to bounce back with a round win right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about between these maps, is that their general play is in place. They're just not making the right one-on-one plays, and it's kind of right you see right there. Spice is winning a huge 1-versus-1 on Big Max. Merrick shouts out and gets taken down by Casper. Unfortunate. Casper goes for the reach out. Kyle gets him weak, but has to play his life, but the trades are in. The teamwork is there. Bait and switches all around. Issity left in a 1v4. Does a little teabag for the stream. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to win this one. Just going to have to get the kills that he can. Maybe pad those stats a little bit, but there it is. London, they're looking dominant after those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, set up in a 1v4, not looking good for a Paris Letdowns player. London just doing such a good job of trading their kills right now. They're really just set up around each other on the map and just great spots, And it just looks like a really team-oriented effort right now in the search and destroy. And Paris Letdowns need to, do a little bit of the same. And, get together, get those trades, get those team shots in. Because right now, I mean, while London are close together on the map, they can, be broken down. They just need to react a little faster. And, as I say that, London going toward that B site, the A hit wasn't having it for them. So they go straight toward that B. And there's 3 London Royale players here to stop them. Paris still trying to push up that side. Kyle playing a little slow in this piano side. It looks like the other 2 Paris Letdowns players just waiting for him to make his play up here. But Zippy Tippy in the top is trying to stop him, and Kyle can feel his presence.
Yeah, there's definitely know there's a couple players there. They're peeking around the corners. Kyle stuck a little bit, but here comes Zippy on the flank. He's going to be able to find that one. Spice is there as well. Merrick has to hunt for a kill now. He's able to find one. Issy's, though, he picks up another one. He's going to be stuck between these 2 players now as one player. Casper, he's going to have to rotate. Merrick's going to be able to help him out. So Bomb picked up Casper in the 1-versus-2. And that's kind of the trade style that we need to start seeing more of from Paris. They're not exactly comfortable in their 1-versus-1s. That's what Momentum will do. But those trades, they have to be on point. Issy knows where he is. He goes for the challenge, and Casper edges out the 1v2. Not going to be good looks for Paris. Such a great clutch right there. He finds the one onto the bomb planter and then waits for the challenge from Issity. And honestly, that's what Momentum will do to you. That's exactly what it will. It'll just enforce your belief that you're confident enough to take these gunfights. This just oozes confidence the way he walks around these corners, has these pre-aims up, he's making the reads, he knows he's there, and finds the kills. It's just a great play from Casper all around. London looking so confident, so solid throughout this matchup.
Yeah, so, I've been watching The Flank a lot recently, and something Zuma talks a lot on that show is he talks about go buttons. And, right now, it doesn't look like these Paris Letdowns have any go buttons. All the go buttons are disabled in their command center because, every time they get to a spot they want to be, they're not really sure what they want to do, and they kind of just get stuck. And London Royale have just been really good at pinching them and, finding the flanks in those spots that they're getting, caught up in. And, Paris just, kind of freezing. And, London picking up the first blood as I say that. And Paris looking to, back up and, try to get some kills. But they get traded out, and they're in a 3v2, as I'm saying this, Zentrix.
Yeah, it's just such a tough spot once again. Kyle and S4W6 are trying to find the kills, but Casper up top, he finds one. And realistically, London aren't even playing that fundamentally well. They're just being so confident in the way they take these gunfights, and that'll cause you to win more gunfights along the way. Kyle, almost manages to line up too, but not going to be able to do it. And London, they're just making it a clean wrap-up right now. They're not playing necessarily that well together, but they're just winning the one-on-one gunfights that they need to. They're almost in position for the trades that they need to be, and just enough in order to get those follow-up kills in Paris. They just really have no counter to the pure gun skill and pure just talent from the London roster at this moment.
Yeah, when you get caught in these cycles a lot, like the Paris Letdown team is right now, you take a lot of shortcuts in these games. You don't check your corners, you don't check your long angles. You just kind of run and hope to find them. If you get caught in the cycle, and right now it's just not working out. And they get first blooded, like I said, and they're kind of down on their back foot right here. They just can't really, find the gunfights that they want to win. They keep getting blooded. They're getting the trades, but they're not putting themselves in favorable positions on the map. And it's just not great for the Paris Letdowns team right now. I mean, if we look at the minimap right now, T-Zippy looking to get one easy. And, he doesn't get the two, but you know what I'm saying, Zentrix, and you can see it right now.
Yeah, that cycle is very, very real. Understanding that you're not necessarily checking all your corners, you're not doing as much as you should be when you kind of get in that kind of a lack of confidence, that momentum swinging the other way. And right now, another pinch for London. This has really been their main thing throughout this game, is maybe not necessarily playing the entire map fundamentally correct, but those pinches, they matter the most. Casper finds one. He's going to have to turn around, but he's stuck between spices. 20 seconds on the clock. This challenge going to be so difficult to pixel. Right there, Casper's just shouldering it, finally gets the kill. And it's going to have to be the full sail, or that's going to go up 2-0 for London.
Paris Letdowns need a motivational speech right now, and I don't know if anybody's going to give it to them. They're down 0-5 in this S&D, and London Royale just playing on all cylinders right now, getting the perfect pinches, the perfect team fire. I mean, if I was Paris Letdowns, I would not be wanting to play this London Royale team. I mean, it's 5-0 right now, and nobody on the London Royale is even popping off the page. I mean, Casper sitting at 7-1, yes, but that is not, an insane game. He's having a great game. He's about to get these streaks, but it's nothing 5-0, so that's a mark on how good the team is playing right now as a unit, and you love to see it if you're London.
Yeah, it's not even really, like you said, it's not the efforts of one concentrated man. It's the whole team doing a great job in unison, just being able to work together so well throughout this matchup. 4-1, 7-1, 5-3. Nobody on London negative. Paris, they're trying to make it happen. They're stuck between these spots. Big Max, he's just pinned down by two players right now, eating those shots, and he's going to get taken down. Paris in a 2v3 as Kyle picks up one. Izzy's manages to find another. He finds two. So this may be the spark that we need to see from Paris. But the third player, Alex, he's going to take a cheeky little route. He wraps through. He manages to get the timing. So he's going to be able to wrap right back around. Both players on Paris are going to be in his line of sight. He sees Kyle up top. Kyle doesn't see him, though. He was running away. So Alex has that info for the first player, and he's just going to go ahead and lay the bomb plant. They thought he rotated towards A. Both of the players are going to go over there before this bomb plant gets off. They're going to have to turn around now that the infos come through. He picks up the AR. That's going to be a good play. The bomb is down. Both members of Paris are separated. So Alex is looking to close out the game with a 6-0 fashion. Both of the players on Paris. This is the one thing they've been good at, is they've managed to stay relatively close together for these trades. They're going to clear out these power positions towards docks. Now they're going to look to peek out towards this alleyway. Isses does it. And now I think they're just going to hop the bomb. One of them is going to hop. One of them is going to chow out. Kyle gets taken down. Isses hops off. He takes the challenge, and he's going to be able to win that one. Alex not ready for that particular read. Isses going to get the defuse. And finally, a spark of life from Paris.
Alex, putting himself in the perfect situation to win that round. I mean, I couldn't have done it any better myself. I mean, he plants the bomb at the perfect time, turns around, picks up the Krig, puts himself in the right spot, and, just doesn't end up seeing the guy. And, he does his best to win the round, but Paris Letdowns end up winning the 1v1. Isity putting it on for the Paris Letdowns, sitting at 7-3 right now. He is the blood life of this Paris Letdowns team right now, and they need a lot of it if they want to bring it back in this game. And I want an A hit, and it looks like I'm getting it, so I'm excited going into this round 7. Looking to make it 2-5. Paris Letdowns, start of something big for them.
All right, I need to see Paris be faster here. They're going to find this early trade or kill onto Casper. Maybe he gets a streak off in time because he does have that artillery, but I need to see the fast push from Paris here. I need them to find that opening and just go for it. They know that London has consistently sent more players towards B than they have A, so they find this first kill. They need to just full send it. If they take out Casper, but here comes the streak. He's got all the info. He doesn't even use it. He has the ping. He's in the perfect spot. They haven't hunted him down. He's seen 2 players. He knows the info is there. Oh, and he's in a good position. He's so well hidden.
They don't even know he's there. Oh my gosh, he finally peeks himself out. 9-2. Casper frying for the boys.
Oh my god.
There's 2 more. Okay, he gets taken down by Merrick's, but London trying to fry. They're trying to fry right now. Big Mac gets a kill. 2v2 right now. They need to defuse this bomb. Paris, they still have a shot in this round. 22 seconds left. London needs to defuse it. Merrick's just looking for anybody in kind of a sneaky spot right here. Player 5 and 7. Still not too sure where he is. Spices takes him down though. Leaves Merrick's in a 1v2. He gets one, and there's the other on the bomb. He's just gonna stick it. Spices takes him. Oh, and but he doesn't have enough time, I don't think. It's gonna be a close one, Zentrix. I don't know how much time was left. I think it's gonna blow up, but he doesn't have it. And Kyle, another round win for the Paris Letdowns. A big one for the boys, and it's 2-5. Paris Letdowns.
So that's going to be the ping removed from that artillery. Casper went huge for the team, but ultimately the rest of London just couldn't pull it out. So that's going to be the ping wrapped away. So now all we're going to have is those actual artillery shells that can be dropped on the map. So no info, just going to have to play the killing portion of the streak. So that'll probably be used at post-plant or maybe an entry for London here on this offensive round. They really want to do a better job of halting this momentum because you can almost feel it growing inside the Paris camp.
Yeah, kind of a misplay there from Casper with the streak, if I'm going to be honest. Doesn't end up getting any kills with it, wastes the ping, and they lose the round. So they still have the shells, like you were saying, but, London Royale, they could have closed this game out, but instead, it's 2-5, and Trippy and Zippy and the London Royale is trying to move toward that A site. There's 3 of them, and they get caught out by Kyle. Casper gets taken down. First blood for the Paris Letdowns. That's big for them, but they're already getting the bomb down, and Merrick trying to get a second. 2v4 for the Paris Letdowns. They're in a good spot, but the bomb's planted.
Yeah, those are quality shots from both Kyle and Merrick's, but the trade is in from Spices. They have full site control, and the push from Paris is going to be in the middle. They have a bit of a spread push. They want to clear out all the ankles, and Zippy, he's just trying to watch this cross of the bomb, make sure no one can hop it just early enough. And Spices, he's going to be able to find one inside the visitor simmer. He's going to wrap back around Zippy, and Spice is going to work together. And at this point, I think Big Mac's just going to hop the bomb. He's going to hope that Isses can cover him. He's not going to actually do it. The push is going to come in, but with this much time on the clock, that's going to be a misplay. The pinch is there, and London, they pull it through 6-2, and those sparks of life get quickly smashed down as we head into control.
The story of London today have been the story of the pinches. They're just pinching all over the place. They need to win this round. Off break.
Yeah, Paris, I think, to be honest, the defensive side is going to be much more difficult for them. The pinches and the straight just aggression out of London is going to be really difficult to keep up on. But I think Paris can manage to sneak away a few offensive round wins just by getting 4 down and stacking the points. But regardless, the trades are off the rip, and eventually London doing a great job of cementing themselves with Merrick's over towards that A point. He's going to be locking it down. The rest of Paris are flying through, but we talked about pinches. look who's already in the spawn. That's going to be Casper. The man is inside the Paris camp already. The rest of London, they're spawning up under that apartment side, so they're going to be looking towards that B zone, but look where Casper is. He's finding the kills. He's shutting down the members of Paris, giving his teammates that opportunity, and this London team, they're going to be able to push onto this B zone rent-free for the moment.
Yeah, the only thing you don't want in Control is having somebody in your spawn, and on the defense spawn of Raid, you hate to see anybody on the other team in there. Paris Letdowns do their best to, you know, they get them out of there, but they're going to have to give up this A site. It looks like they're all so far away right now, and it looks like they might chalk it. Casper and crew just capping this point, you know, up 1 life right now, and should have around a minute 30 left by the time they cap this point. Player 6 trying to slide in there, get some kills, but it's tough, and you know, they're gonna get that cap. They're pushing up too. They're trying to get this time. They do not want to lose this A site. They're not chalking it yet. Spices gets the kill though, and it might backfire on the Paris Letdown. They have the option to push that B site already. It is looking so good for London right now.
Yeah, London. This aggression, this straight confidence, these ego chows that we can kind of see out of them start to form against this Paris roster is really just going to help them benefit even more from the slaying potential of this team. If they can just kill Paris, you know, get them spawning 4 down, 3 down at a time, they can stack the point. And if not, if it's more staggered, they have the life advantage. They can play for that kills to deaths win condition, just having more lives by the time that Paris hits 0. But Spices, Alex, they're finding the cleanup kills. They're hopping on this B zone. Looking so solid right now. All of Paris, they're going to have to push from these different angles, from kitchen, from basketball courts, from cutout. They're getting taken down all over the place. Spices, he slides on in. He's going to get taken down by Isides, but the pressure from London is still there. Casper, he's looking for these spawn kills, looking for the spawn trap inside kitchen, inside cutout. But London, with 14-6, I think this is going to be a wrap for round 1.
Yeah, big round for the boys. Alex gets that kill onto Merrick's, and it's too little too late for the Paris Letdown. It looks like they're about to get this time right now, but they pick up a couple kills. They're flying at that hill. Alex, the last one on point. Big Mac picking up a kill on Kyle, but they get that shutdown. London Royale players. It's a 10v2, though. 4v2 on the point right now. Paris Letdown's going to have to kill at least 2 waves before they win this game. Zippy and crew. Casper picks up the first one. Last one remaining in money. It's Isides, and it's going to be hard for him, and he gets killed. He gets 4 nades thrown in them, and he's dead. And it's 1-0 London Royale's. Bad start for Paris Letdowns, but London Royale is just playing so good right now. Zentrix is hard.
Yeah, they're going to be up 5 ticks. For going, if we ever end up seeing a round 5 with these two teams, just the way they're playing, it seems unlikely to me. No offense, Paris, but honestly, how do you stop this London roster right now? They're just rolling through. They have the momentum on their side. It really has to be a screeching halt, like a shutdown round from Paris for this momentum to sort of shift their way. Because right now, the slang is there, the points are there, the pinches, the flanks, the playing together, the trades, everything from London looks so solid that it's gonna take that huge round if we want to see any sort of shift in the series.
Yeah, Zippy and Casper, you know, just playing so well in this game, and, you know, their sub Spice is playing obviously so well as well in that first map. Hardpoint, all London Royale players just popping off when they need to. Alex into spawn too. They're just frying right now. Paris Letdown just don't have an answer for it. Big Max trying to stop them, but they really have no control right now. They're on that A site, but London Royale, they're actually picking up a lot of kills right here, Zentrix. I'd love to see it. Isides, they are on both points right now. Spice is looking to stop them, though. They're going to clear that B point, and they run straight back to that A point. As a team, they're looking so good right now, Zentrix, but Paris in a spot to, you know, maybe get some time.
Yeah, Big Max, these are trying to be the answers to London Royale's dominance right now, but it's just not happening at the moment. Right now, the kills are just continuing to go London's way as they're finding spawn traps. They're deep inside the spawns. The one thing, the silver lining for them, though, is that A site. It's going to be 2 ticks already, but here comes the pinch. Big Max, Merrick's, they're finding the kills, but here comes Casper. He's going to slide on in, shut down that point. Only a 1 life advantage is Paris. They're doing a great job of keeping up, but not that shutdown round that they really need.
Yep. They just can't, you know, close it out. You know, they're almost on that A point right now, but, you know, they end it down 2 lives, stuck in their spawn. It's not looking good for them right now with 30 seconds left. They need to make a play onto this A site, specifically Casper, though, behind him, behind 2. Picks up 2 on a 5 spree. Looking to get some streaks. Kyle and Isity on spawn. They're looking for him, but he reloads, he turns around, and he gets taken down. But, you know, he did the damage. The damage was done, and now Paris Letdowns all on that B site, and they're looking to get some time, but they have none left, and they're down 3 lives at the same time.
They gotta go for this A point. You can't do this majority push towards B. You only have 19 seconds left, and if falters even once, you're gonna lose this round. You really have to commit towards A, but at this point, the resources are already allocated other ways. Kyle, he's trying to make big plays, only finds one though. Spice is on the flank once again. Issy's there for the trade though, the push. 2 players from Paris, they're looking towards this B zone. One gets taken down. Issy is gonna be the last remaining player over there. Merrick's though, he's trying to be the hero towards A, but Spices, he's finding the kills. He's shutting them down. T-Zippy over towards B doing the same thing. 2 ticks are already through from both sides. They're going to be able to touch just barely. Casper, he finds one, but he gets stuck by the grenade. The reinforcements are going to be there for Paris. Can they do it? They're taking down the players. Are they going to be able to capture a zone before they get taken down? No, the pinch.
The pinch is always open when you're replacing the London Royale's T-Zippy in the money kill, and he gets on A. They're oh my gosh, Zentrix! I didn't even know they capped B. What just happened? They just won the round, even though they hit the fattest pinch ever. That was absolutely mind blowing. And Paris Letdowns showing some life, and I'm excited.
It's so hard to keep up with Paris. They're just going every which direction. They were splitting their attention both ways, and then they had 4.2 on the clock left before they finally managed to get that last push on. And they just did it. They were able to allocate their resources, allocate 2 players to each site perfectly. And even with the pinch, he was able to play his life going down in the corner, able to cap that point just before he died. I think they were like 9-2 there before they choked that round. And honestly, that might be more tilting for London than it would be if they just got absolutely slaughtered.
London playing so good, killing them so fast that they're spawning too close to the points. Oh man, this is Paris Letdowns, you know, showing some life there after this 4 down for them off the rip, and you know they're off spawn and they're getting these kills. Paris Letdowns showing some life. We got Isity in this B spot. Everybody, you know, across the map right now gets the kill on the Spices, and they're ready to stop it. Big Smack, Kyle with the kill. Oh my gosh, it's a breakdown. Big Smack in the middle of the map. London Royale just taking all the gunfights right now and then winning none of them.
Yeah, they're trying to do the same sort of strategy of just go for the gunfights, but right now Paris are doing such a great job of winning them, playing those right positions and those trades, those off angles, and just doing such a great job. Spices is taking that gunfight. He's going to be able to break it now. T-Zippy, Casper, they're finding those entrance kills. They're breaking in on to the point. Issy, he's going to get shut down, and that's a quick tit-for-tat, 4 down, 4 back for the side of Paris. And it's really, they're going to have to give up this 8 point now. They've done just enough, I would think. You know, they've taken down 9 lives. They're even at this point. They had a great shutdown start, but at this point, you don't want to give away any more of your lives towards the side of London, because you know what can happen if you go down even further throughout this round.
Paris with such a good start to the round, looking to be down 2 lives. You know, tough after such a good start to the round, but they're getting these kills. You know, they're spread across the map. We can look at their spread across the map right now. I really like what I see. We got this player all the way up in this zig area. We got the rest of the players lurking around, so, you know, we can know exactly where they are. We got player 2 from London in that top ring area, and, you know, he's looking to make a play. And they get a bunch of kills on the map, and they're pushing, but Merrick's looking to stop a big 2-piece out of him. But player 2's lurking. And London just looking to, you know, distract while they can get through the side of the map. Player 3 and co trying to get to this kitchen area. Picks up the kill on Isity, okay, loses that gunfight, but, you know, gets a little crazy and jumps out the money window. Going rogue right there, but T-Zippy in the back. He's making plays. Looking to get this kill. This is big.
Yeah, he gets that kill. That's going to be so huge. He's in the spawn right now. But the spawn is going to be up for Paris. He just barely manages to get out the way, but the double nade from Big Max, from his teammate there. He's going to be able to find his second. That push is going to get shut down once again. And Kyle, he's made himself at home inside of this apartment, this power position that's oh so crucial for both teams. He's going to have to give it up. The double push coming in, and he's taking the routes. Going to be able to take down Spices there. And Paris, they only need to hold out for 26 more seconds to get a defensive round win. The kills are there, lives are even. I know that one player on London has a streak. Are they going to use it to try to break this open? Because this round is really one of momentum.
It's a big momentum round. If London win this round, that's a big offensive win. Paris, you know, puts them in a good spot to win. There's only 9 seconds left, and London need to cap this point. This is a big round for Paris, though. 7 to 5 lives, looking to get some kills. Spices takes him down. That's a big blood for Spices. Only 3 left off the spawn. And T-Zippy picks up another one, too. They're all on this point. They need to make a play. There's only 2 left on the respawn, though. Oh, and London get the point too fast. Up 2-1. You know, you gotta think, Zentrix. That was Paris's chance to, you know, take the lead in this map, and they, the London, you know, they took it. They took what they wanted, and now they're up 2-1.
Yeah, and I think that kind of play in that entire round was just almost iconic of what we've seen from London. We saw one player going on deep routes and pinches throughout that whole round, playing inside of Kitchen and Laundry, inside the spawn of Paris, that defensive spawn. And just finessing it so well, and then the rest of London were just ego challenging, taking the gunfights, and that last push is really what solidified it. The pinch came in, the push was there, the gunfights were won for London, and that's really just what we've seen from London time and time again. And I personally think that Paris played that round much better than London did, but London just had the talent. But here comes Paris. They are rebounding once again. They've got 3 players on this B point, but here comes the streaks.
That's 3 streaks into 1 spot. All of Paris have to jump off. And T-Zippy's got one in this little door right now, but he does not know. They are on the site. Merrick gets one. He sees the other one. Big Mac picks him up, but that was a snap and a half. Big Mac, though, still in that basketball location. London's going to have to worry about him. And Paris, you know, open to, you know, pushing that pinch. Big Mac's on that point now. Spices looking to retake control. London, they need this control. They do not want to give up this offensive round. They need to close it out here if they want to win this series.
Yeah, and Big Max has done a great job of staying alive, but here comes T-Zippy. He's going to find 2. Spices is there with the help. He's going to be able to find another one, but they didn't allocate anybody towards A. No one was there to block the spawn, so all of Paris gets a free spawn right onto A. The nades are in. They're finding the kills, but here comes the pinch from London. It's Spices this time. They've got players inside the spawn, but just like that, Kyle's also in it. London spawn, so they're flipping places right now. They're trying to find the capture. Merrick's is there. That's a huge critical gunfight win. All of Paris gonna spawn right back up onto A. That point's gonna get closed off. Only a 3 life disadvantage, and they have 2 ticks towards this B site. This is a must-win round for Paris in order to stay alive in the series, obviously.
Paris Letdowns looking to make things interesting on the Call of Duty Rec League Tuesday night. Big gunfight in the back, win for Kyle. That's huge for them, getting T-Zippy out of that location, but Spices picking up where he left off, coming behind him in the back here. Can Spices pick up Kyle? He does. This is big for London. On that defensive end, Paris has no pressure on the map. These 3 players off spawn are so important now, and Big Mac throwing his life away in that gunfight to Spices.
Yeah, London's policy right now has just to be slay, slay, slay. If you go full wave down, if you get 4 dead, you are going to lose this round. Paris will just rush that point, but the pressure right now is in.
Oh, and the assassination.
I don't think you meant to do that. I hope not, at least, you know, with how much time of essence is. But the pressure right now from London is just in right now. They're getting the kills, they're getting the gunfights win, and they can't afford to let a full wave kill them. They can't afford to let these pieces come through, but here they come, Paris. Big Mac, Merrick, they're finding the kills. The nades are in. They're trying to find Alex, but London, they've managed to withstand just a little bit, but Issy's, they're finding the kills. London, the pressure is there from Paris. They are getting on the points. They're hopping at T-Zippy. He's trying to get the kills. Alex is there with them. He finds a huge 2-piece. Big Mac gets taken down, and with 3 left alive, I don't think this round is going to be a possible 2 remaining. The pinch is going to come in. They're lining up right now. Merrick finds a last-ditch effort kill, but with so many lives left, only 1 on the side of Paris. We're going to have to say goodnight.
Zentrix and Incity gets taken down by the Semtex. That's the 3-1 in the favor of the London Royales on that raid control, and that makes them the victors in this series, 3-0 against the Paris Letdowns. London Royale with Cheese going up to 4-2 in the Call of Duty Rec League standings. Big win for them.